Good. So it's like a note thing, right? So this is like the D&D note podcast for Liam or whatever.
Welcome to Liam Town podcast. Welcome to Liam podcast.
Nice.
If we actually release this, that's going to be the soundbite for the intro, by the way.
That's if my phone picks it up.
Alright, so, you guys, Anchorage is like the place to go if you want to find work, basically. Like, it's a city run by guilds, and one of the most famous is the Delvers Guild. They are essentially a very profitable organisation because they basically pay people like you to go and do what you do, and get paid for it. And they take a cut of what you find, and the guilds get paid a certain amount by people that try and commission them. But it's a great way of justifying things like, for example, you like killing people, you can now get paid for it.
Excellent.
It's basically like
That's all you want.
it ranges from like the more kind of like monster hunting stuff to like dungeon crawling to just like that's a weird thing that's happening over there. We should probably go check it out. You guys aren't part of that guild yet.
Oh, is this our initiation?
Kind of. Well, so there's a guy, which you don't know his name. He's only referred to as the broker, but you guys have all met him for some reason, and he owes one of you a favour. You can decide who, but basically, he's agreed to help you try and get signed up to Delvers Guild, because you need to be there's a certain level of aptitude you need to get, so they know that you won't just get instantly fucking slaughtered as soon as you go into step on a pressure plate in a dungeon and you just die, kind of thing. So basically,
That's what's going to happen to you.
I might be too late to start.
yeah, he knows a guy in the guild at the moment, and he knows they're spread too thin to have any staff back to do any initiations at the moment. But he also knows they've received a job offer from some people up in the far north of the country, and he reckons he's got a unreliable source. Fucking rolling dice next to the mic, you fucking madman.
I don't know what I'm going to do when we actually come to rolling dice, so...
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, just don't roll too vigorously, otherwise it will roll for
Liam will just be like ASMR.
I don't even know if it's going to pick you up. You just sound so sleepy.
Right in the corner, fucking
No, I'm paying attention, just relax.
No, I know, but
I meant the mic.
yeah, it's not good to hear you.
Face it that way, so I guess.
I can be the disembodied voice, like the little voice in the corner.
Might be a silent voice though, is the thing. It depends how. I don't know how sensitive the mic is, but basically,
Maybe it's just a mysterious fourth member.
the third member at the moment.
Like everyone else in the room.
Yeah, basically,
People over there, but
can I continue?
sorry.
Basically, this guy has it on good authority that if you go and sort this job out for the guild and you do it well, then he reckons he can get you in without having to go through the initiation thing. Basically, your foot in the door, being like, "We did this thing that you were going to do anyway."
We're awesome, let alone.
Yeah. Basically, whoever he was a favour to, he knows that you alone can't do it by yourself, because it's like one person, especially at the level of experience you are, there's no way how. So the other guys that he knows that you've either met through I don't know, you might have been drinking with him at some point. He might have been some sort of weird circumstance where you found him. He's kind of a shady guy. He's not the kind of dude that's that meets you in a bright and cheerful tavern. He's taking you down into essentially abandoned shop in a back alley to talk to you guys about this. But he's gathered you all here, and he's basically explained this to you. And basically, this is the favour. He owed you a favour. This is it.
Yeah.
So you can take it or leave it. But basically the job is so up at the foot of the Spine of the World Mountains. There is some shit going on in the forest. They think there's been sightings of some weird monsters, and people have been going missing for a tangent in the night. And that town has gone to the Delvers Guild and asked, "Hey, we need some people to sort this out. This is like a real problem." And so you guys are like inadvertently like the C team, I guess. For this,
I was going to say, we're probably not the best people to do this job.
But you're the only people available because, yeah, if you pose as members of the Delvers Guild and go to that place and sort out the job, you'll probably get paid for it, and you get the added bonus of if you tell the Delvers Guild about it and you prove like your exploits, they're probably going to let you in. So basically, that's the kicking off point for session 1.
Stinking money. That's what I want. What?
Is that a quote?
Maybe not. I just heard the Europeans get money.
You're like so zoned out.
No,
Yeah.
I'm listening.
No, I'm not talking about like.
Well, I had 3 hours to sleep. I can't think.
We're going to die, aren't we?
No, don't worry. When in combat, I'll become strategist. The mind opens up and I punch.
Yeah.
Reach forwards with my punch.
Yeah. I do have a map because I drew this ages ago from other players. This is a continent map, so it's not super accurate in terms of where things
I love that
are.
the map's tiny.
That is the map of Slaves. That's the province you're in. You're there. Where you're going is there.
Okay, so
you are
not.
here.
Yeah, way up north from where you guys are. It's gonna be a long journey, but he set you up with tickets for the caravan train that goes across country.
I like this group of islands here. That's nice.
Yeah, that's quite a long boat ride away. But
Is it a big ocean?
We can go there after.
yeah,
I want to go to. Where is it? I got the reading glasses. Stradorn. That's where I want to go to.
yeah. Stradorn is I've not decided what Stradorn is yet. It's an island. That's why most of the islands don't have like descriptors underneath them. Like most of the other places have got like little flavour bits.
Oh yeah.
Does the place where we're going saying you will die underneath?
No,
No.
it's just basically Durin Ardor is the it's this big mountain range that used to have dwarves in it, but doesn't anymore for reasons. And it's now kind of mostly occupied by Goliaths, Kenku, Aarakocra, and other kind of mountain dwelling peoples. But basically, at the foot of those mountains, there is a settlement called Cormorag Steppe. It's this big kind of plateau that's kind of almost carved out of the mountainside. It's called Cormorag Steppe because it looks like it's been carved out by a giant. It looks like the doorstep of a giant's house almost. Is what people have named it after. A bit like how in Wales you've got Giant's Causeway kind of thing.
Yeah.
That kind of idea. It's pretty high up. There's essentially like a rudimentary ski lift called the Buckets, which is like a really like basic pulley system with a guy at one end that just like pedals to pull you up.
I hope he gets paid a lot.
So, for fuck's sake. He's got Yoda socks. He's got fucking Yoda socks.
For God's sake.
Lego Yoda Death Race. Sorry, I've been holding that joke in all day. Go. Oh, that's a perfect thing. You could almost pour the drink into the mug.
I'm not gonna though, because it'd be fucking sticky for the dice.
You got burning water upstairs.
I know this audio is going to be like absolute trash, probably. But if you can get anything from it, it's like I've got like a dinky little laptop I could probably set up with a mic to bring it. It's like tiny, it just sits in the corner and records.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like, if you wanted to properly record it, like, you'd actually have to get an actual microphone, I think, because, like,
I've got a USB microphone that is good.
okay. Essentially, if we, like,
We've already got some more sunset sound.
that's true. We'd probably have to book out, like, one of the, like, the little booths. Not like booths like this, but, like, there's rooms that you can go into.
Yeah.
Well, there's ones on Peel Park, and there's some here at least, but I just don't know where you'd find them. They might be in the library. But yeah, like if we got a like a USB to USB-C converter, you could plug it into my phone or someone else's phone.
No, I've got one at home. USB to USB-C.
Okay, cool.
It's like a little dinky thing.
Yeah.
It sits at the bottom of the phone.
Yeah, my phone is USB-C, which
nice.
is charging and stuff like that. But yeah. So yeah. So
Might have distraction there.
you guys probably have a few days of being on a caravan together.
Joy.
So
I feel like Adam's character is going to be very
What gave that away?
I think the crew
it
call.
might not be. You never know.
I think the crew call have already tried to like murder him like 5 times before we got there.
If my character's annoying, because what you're saying is
No, but I can see you mimicking the crew to annoy them.
I mean, I could do that. Well, that would be like, that would be a sinister thing to do. I don't know. Well, dead. Dead.
Right. Continue.
Yes, we can talk about ways to murder what lately.
Yeah. So the caravan ride is a long one. We're going pretty far north, but yeah, no, there's sleeping arrangement. It's kind of like it's not quite a sleeper train, but like it's a caravan, so it's overland, kind of cart style thing, but with sleeping arrangements basically. And that takes you most of the way north. At one point, you pass through this kind of valley, which has you skirt around it because a lot of people kind of stick away from this place. It's this valley filled with these giant kind of like metallic skeleton structures, these kind of ruined kind of like buildings maybe, but they're like you can see like bits of stone and metal kind of mangled and torn apart and kind of just standing in kind of a grid formation, just kind of lying there basically. People, not only is there like a lot of sentinel activity here, sentinels are kind of, I forgot to explain in the first bit, but sentinels are these kind of robotic kind of constructs that kind of Horizon Zero Dawn style animalistic robots essentially that hang around and do various things, but some of them are hostile. This place attracts a lot of them, and just like it's kind of almost a graveyard of the old world. It's like one of the most visible remnants that is actually still standing, and for that reason, people are very superstitious about it. Like, don't go there. That's a bad place to be for living beings. So that's one of the fun sights you see on the way there. Yeah, I mean it's pretty green, but like
Sounds fun.
but yeah, you just got these wrecked like carcasses of ancient like buildings with this kind of like very alien architecture for you guys. Like this is nothing that you would have ever seen built. Your character's not so
That's like basically picking elsewhere.
yeah, that kind of thing though. Yeah. Yeah. So caravan ride goes pretty uneventfully. You're pretty lucky in that you don't attract any bandits on the way. This is you go via a pretty well like worn route, so there's a lot of guard patrols on that. Occasionally, you get most caravans are sent with like a few like guards from the cities that you're going to. Anyway, so like sometimes it's not a good deterrent, as my other players found out. But basically, yeah. So you get dropped off at the end. There's this kind of small, essentially station that just has like an inn aspect. Like it's a dropping off point. There's nothing really around. There's not a town. But you're about a day's travel from the steppe. So yeah, you guys are now in the woods, having a fun time.
What kind of woods? Is
Okay.
it oak?
The
As
wood
you've
is.
gone further north, the woods have transitioned from more deciduous stuff to the like coniferous trees.
Reveal forest.
Yeah,
Or
that kind of
pine tree.
that kind of thing. It gets colder as you go north. Over the mountains is like the mountains basically just block a lot of the colder weather, but it's not exactly warm there either. So yeah, you can probably see in the distance. There's a bit of mist around, but you can see this towering mountain range with like snow-capped peaks. And yeah, it's this enormous kind of mountain range that's kind of like comes up through there's a reason why it's called the spine of the world. It's the biggest mountain range on the continent. But yeah, in the distance you can just about see kind of like the outline of what you reckon is probably the steppe. It's this big stone plateau with buildings and smoke rising out of it. But it's still quite far off. It's going to be about a day's travel through like rough roads and forest basically to get there. It's pretty out of the way. It's not usually not a lot of trade between other cities.
Right. So, do we have like basic supplies? Yeah.
So
Already.
you guys should all have 10 days rations unless you picked your packs poorly. You might have picked your packs poorly, I don't know.
Yeah, rations. 10 rations.
CP's gold. Copper.
CP is copper pieces. GP is
Silver pieces.
What's
Yeah.
PP?
platinum is 10 gold.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
So I have 1 platinum right now.
Yeah,
even though it says 10 GP.
But yeah, you got in the school change.
I've got 10 gold pieces.
I think there might be something wrong with mine. Apparently, I haven't got any food. Apparently, I've just got a clothes pouch and an explorer's pack.
I think you might have. Okay, so Explorer's Pack is glitched out a bit. You do have 10 days rations if you've got an Explorer's Pack.
Right, okay, good. So, like,
Am I supposed to have 10 gold?
That's from your background.
it's like just that's what I've got. Is that alright?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Is that fine?
It just glitched out with your equipment. Like, that's not happened before, but like that's not too drastic.
So I've got 10 days rations then.
Yeah,
It
you
could be
guys-
a lot worse, in other words.
Oh, hang on.
So regardless of like what it says on the character sheet, you guys would have prepared for this journey. You know it's going to be like a bit of a hike.
What does passive wisdom mean?
So passive perception and basically, so perception checks are you actually looking at something.
Yeah.
Passive is like
You just naturally see it.
you notice it out of the corner of your eye.
Yeah.
However, you can still make a perception check and roll lower than your passive because that's like you're looking so intently at something else that you completely miss what's behind you. So passive perception is kind of used more for like if someone's sneaking up on you and you're not expecting it, your passive perception will clock that if their stealth is below that.
Why are you so wise?
Yeah, both of you guys are actually quite wise.
I'm just looking at him, I'm like, what the fuck? It's just like 18, 15, I'm just here at
Yeah.
12.
Also, if Leon chooses a cleric, he's also going to be pretty fucking wise. That's the entire thing.
Can we
cleric
just
classes
call
with.
ourselves the whimsical wisdom brigade?
Well, the document name for this group is called The Usual Suspects. At the moment. But
Oh god, have you seen The Usual Suspects?
no, I want to because it's got a great name.
It's got Kevin Spacey in it.
That's fine, right? Again, like
I mean,
separate the art from the artist.
yeah, I do that.
But,
I remember some people don't want to watch those movies anymore because Kevin Spacey's in them. But it's a good movie, Usual Suspects. I recommend it.
I recommend Baby Driver.
Baby Driver, no, Edgar Wright made that lovely
Yeah.
film.
Anyway, back to D&D. So,
I'm sorry.
yeah. So basically, like there is a like a kind of like a beaten cart track, but it's not a proper road. And after a while, it kind of peters out. So from now on, you guys are going to have to navigate through all of this. I'm going to ask for the first check of the session.
Ooh.
You guys are like to make a survival check.
Which die is that?
So roll d20, and then on your skills, you should see survival near the bottom. Add whatever bonus that is.
Okay.
Okay.
11.
13.
And
14.
nice of you to do it right near the mic.
11, 14.
Oh, is it 11?
That's 7.
That's 12.
Well, you rolled 12, yes.
I rolled a 12.
12 plus
Plus 1.
1, so you got 13.
I got 11.
Oh, you got 11.
Yeah.
I have 14.
You got the most. Alright, so yeah, you guys kind of like Crook is more used to wandering around, I guess. He also comes from this kind of part of the world. Goliaths tend to live up in mountains, and this is probably the closest place. This is probably where you grew up. Not here, but like this mountain range. You probably come from somewhere around here. So this kind of terrain is familiar to you.
It said I had a dart. I didn't want darts, so I just crossed it out.
Why do you fucking...
Okay, so the first thing he does is throw his dart on the ground.
Yeah, the first thing I did is just lob it in the air. No, I never had it. Canonically, I never had it.
Really? He does seem obsessed with like removing useful things from his
No, I just want to punch people.
I know you want to punch people.
He's gonna die first.
He's gonna get his shit put.
He's the only one out of all of you that can attack more than once per turn. So it's like...
Yes, but he's also throwing away useful items.
It's true.
Yeah, but dart, come on, he was a what? You know what I mean?
Darts do the same damage as his fist, just at range.
Yeah,
So it's like,
see?
he's like...
So I'm not getting into the action. What the hell?
Right,
like,
okay.
you can throw a dart and then run up and punch someone.
No, I'm punch only.
Right, okay.
I'm a specialist.
Anyway, so yeah, so as you're, so 14 is enough for you to kind of make your way through. You kind of, there's a few trails that have been, like you see the animals made through things. You also find, like your wisdom is surprisingly high for a barbarian, but barbarians are kind of sort of in tune with the natural world too. And so you know to avoid like places where you've seen tracks of kind of like larger animals. Typically, like you see a few bears around. Unless you're actually going to hunt down bears.
Please don't.
But yeah, you guys kind of. You guys, like, neither of you guys got particularly high. 14's like kind of just above average, I would say. But it takes you a while, but you manage to. It reaches sundown before you get to the step. So you either have to make camp or keep hiking in the dark.
I elect to keep going. Got this far. Might as well just keep going in the dark.
Out of interest, who out of all of you has dark vision?
I don't think I do. I don't remember seeing it. Where would it be?
If you look on your second or third sheet, I think it's on here probably.
I don't have dark vision.
Is it on the bonus ones?
Probably, yeah. On regular D&D, it's on the front, but you know.
I have martial arts.
Yeah, I can check in Volo's Bird.
I don't think
I do not.
I think Kenku do.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I have mimicry, expert forgery, and city secrets.
It might be on the wrong place in the sheet. He usually says. So maybe none of you guys actually fight it. That'd be weird.
I don't think we do.
I am going to look that up because that is important. Because it means you can't see without lighting torches.
I've got a torch. I've got a tinderbox actually.
I've got
Tinder
torches,
boxes,
tinder boxes.
You should have a.
Oh, I've got 10 torches.
I ain't got any of that.
Well, you do because you got an exploit back.
Oh, so I do
Can
have
I just
it.
write down what I have and give it to you?
Sure. All right. So do I have basically everything now that Adam has? That Adam has.
Pretty much. You might not. There might be a kit that he has that you don't.
I have a mess kit.
Yeah, Goliath don't have dark vision. Okay, cool.
So you can't check for me because I'm not in the book.
I'll just look at it.
Yeah, you don't have dark vision either. Okay. And just quick check Dragonborn because I could have sworn Dragonborn did. But hopefully this should be the only time I'm looking stuff up for this long.
Why are you smashing your head on the couch? Tom's drawing impatient, smashing his head on the couch. We've been not doing DnD for 1 second.
Oh, no, I've not had a fight move.
I had a friend in primary school who used to walk up to a metal fence.
Excellent.
Just headbutt it for no reason.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? That was fair, you could tell me. I wasn't quite as, straightforward about it when I was a child. It's like, why are you smashing your head? Why are you smashing your head in my face?
I'm just going to move the microphone a little bit.
Yeah, I never got the answer I searched.
Huh?
I never got the answer I searched. About why my friend in primary school smashed his head in a metal fence. But you do it?
I'm trying to find Redemption Dragon on this PDF. It's annoying because the pages take ages to load because it's full art though. Where's this again? Here we go. No, Meaning of Dog Vision. Great. That is useful to know.
So we're blind as shit at night.
Yeah, basically, you can keep going, but like.
Can I light a torch?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to do the same.
Wait, do we not only one torch cover a species?
One torch. Let me look at my light things in here. So light. Torch. So bright light is 20 feet, and then an additional 20 feet of dim.
Okay, so
20 foot is 8.
one torch. I'll just light mine, so you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, one person with a torch should be fine. But just
And then
don't wander off.
yeah.
I
You're
give
only
it to
5
him.
foot. You're not that small.
Oh no, but
You're actually. I'm 5'4".
oh wait, no, I'm 4. Wasn't I 4'11"?
No, you were.
I can't
Five
recall.
Look on the second page of your sheet. So on the back of that first page.
I'm fucking massive.
Well, you are a Goliath.
Yeah, I'm 8 foot tall.
I'm
okay,
6.
you are short.
4'7".
I
4'7".
remember you said you were shorter than most people.
Short ass.
Yeah. I was like stumpy.
He's a small boy.
He's a small birdie now.
How tall are you?
I'm 8 foot tall.
Yeah, so you can ride on his shoulder.
Double my height. Yeah.
He's nearly double your height. But yeah, so
I think you'd be like here on me. I'm a bit.
Shoes.
as you get closer, the the canopy above you gets a lot thicker, and you can't whilst there are lights in the in the town step, you can't really see them very well. You kind of progress forward in the dark.
Hopefully no.
Conscious of the fact that you can see within the radius of the torch, but you're blind beyond it. It's like any adjustment that your eyes would have if you were in the dark is useless outside of the light. So you're very conscious of the fact that anything out there can see you and you can't see it. What's everyone's passive perception now?
16.
11.
Perception. Oh, that one. 14.
So you're very perceptive. With your you have weird entirely opalescent pink eyes. Sort of
Yeah. Aren't they just all one colour? But yeah.
So let's get
I've only got 11.
I've got so as you guys are making your way forward, it's slower pace than you would be in daylight, because obviously you can't see a thing.
Because Tiny Birdman decided to push on.
You two could have said, "Fuck it, we're staying here."
Yeah.
You can make camp. You guys have. By the looks of it, you have the supplies to camp out. You've all got better.
I must have had a really persuasive voice on.
No, we got distracted over who had night vision.
Dark vision isn't super light vision. Basically, you see darkness as if it was dim light, and dim light is brightness. But you see in black and white. You can't see colour in the dark. Basically, you're using only your lights instead of guns. Or other way around. Not real vision to switch.
No, we'll keep going. Might as well.
The steps. The stone, cold stone.
Yeah. So as you guys are kind of getting closer to the bit, you see you hear kind of off the distance, kind of like the undergrowth is like there's like sticks breaking underfoot, and this kind of whirring sound. As you like, it sounds like something big is moving, relatively slow through the forest.
Great.
Giant snail, I think. Giant snail.
Yeah, I do sort of whisper to those two, like I can hear something.
Once she points it out to you, you also hear it. It seems that it's coming kind of like.
And actually, before I can even say it's a whirring sound, I just hear sticks breaking before I can say it's a whirring sound. He says this thing. And I just glare at him and then say, no, it's a whirring sound.
That's the point. Like, how much of what you're saying is in character?
What now?
Yeah, like.
Okay, well, from now on.
Okay.
Like, you can say it like I'm speaking as Adam.
I'll just say out of character.
But you can't really talk anyway, but
No.
you're sort of signaling like, it's a seal.
Well, right now I'm just mimicking the sound of the tree steps, so it's just like you don't know which direction it's going.
Just leave my bag in there.
So.
Did you not hear that, Joe? We hear the snaps of the trees, but I'm just mimicking the sound, so I don't know which way it's coming from.
Well, it's much louder coming from the other direction, but basically, yeah, like you think that if like it's just like distant enough that like if you hadn't picked it up, you probably wouldn't have noticed it. But like as you kind of peer around, you see kind of like a collection of small blue and white points of light on this thing that seem to move as it as whatever it is kind of lopes through getting the growth.
Okay.
It is getting closer to going.
I'm gonna slow to, not slow pace.
If you want to move, so if you guys, what are you guys actually doing? What is your reaction to this?
Can I throw the torch? Not at it. What's it here?
Well, you hear something big moving, and you see these kind of a collection of tiny points of light in the direction of the sound.
Right, okay. Krook's reaction is to go towards it
Oh, God's sake.
with his weapons drawn.
Well, can I, as he's going towards it, can I throw the torch just so he's got some light,
Like
Set
over his
fire
shoulder.
to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I'm trying to crouch and, get ready to, be stealthy, you two are like, hey, what's that thing over there?
It is kind of winter at the moment, so there's not a huge amount of dry stuff in the ground, thankfully.
Wait, what's the location? Are we still on the cliff face?
You're not on the cliff face at the moment. You're in the forest.
Oh, in the forest, sorry.
It's snowy, so he's not going to set fire.
Well, actually, I'll climb onto
It's
his
not
back.
actually snowy. It's like it's cold, but the snow starts further up.
Can he climb onto her back?
Yeah, I'll climb onto his back and hold the torch.
Make a athletics check.
So D20.
Is that both of them? No, he has to make an athletics check for him to.
He's climbing onto you.
Yeah.
8, 9.
8, 9. Yeah, you can't find purchase on his back. Like you're trying to climb up, but like you get poked in the face by like the back end of his axe.
Yeah.
And you're kind of, like, falling.
He's just like marching towards. He's just marching, and I climb up and he's whacks me.
Yeah, as you kind of like shuffle around and make noise, you see like whatever it is kind of like swirl towards you. You see these two like points of bright blue light, and like as you make a perception check.
Perception. Which dice is that?
So when I say check,
20.
That's
20.
D20.
So mine says +6. Do I have +6?
Yes.
Perception.
22.
Right. Okay.
Wait.
You definitely see this thing.
I got 6.
Both mine.
Perception is a skill.
No, it's a perception skill. I've got 20 then.
Yeah. So when I say check, it means roll d20 and add whatever skill I've mentioned.
Right, okay.
So yeah. So what did you get?
I got 20.
Okay. Both of you guys like, what the fuck is that?
I got 6.
Yeah. You all like still kind of like brushing yourself off from like falling off of Crook.
You're like,
Um,
It's not going well for the bird.
Because Crook was like, "Hey, do you want to get my back?" and then didn't help him. He was like,
Yeah.
And just climb
Pick
up.
me up. I tried to climb up on you, you're just marching forwards.
"Yeah, that's true." But yeah, so as you 'cause as he's now throwing the torch away, your eyes kind of adjust a bit, and you see kind of like the vague. This thing is like big. This is like larger than like. It's probably like 1.5 times the size of a horse, kind of size.
It's quite large.
And you see this kind of like, you see the glint of kind of metal and the vague outline of this kind of elk-like creature. You see this kind of like the slim, like elongated face, big long like metallic antlers, kind of glinting in the moonlight, with these kind of points of light along its body, and these two like much brighter points coming from where on a regular animal would be size.
I'm not gonna lie, that does sound very pretty.
It does look very elegant in terms of its build. It's not like chunky or like it's very smooth, kind of like almost musculature, but it's better. And it kind of looks like it's eyeing you up for a second, and then like it appears like it hears something you don't, like snaps around, and then starts sprinting off into the forest.
Well, that's not good.
And it is like it has surprising speed for something of that size.
I'm made of metal.
Yeah, like you think that if you were to go at full sprint, like it doubles your speed, unless you've got extra speed bonuses and stuff. In which case, maybe who knows?
I'm only 30.
Yeah, like you hear this kind of like it's not super loud. Like you pretty sharp hearing to notice it in the first place, but that kind of whirring noise is like this like kind of the joints and the servos kind of like pumping as it like charges through the undergrowth and quite nimbly like dodges between the trees.
I've used another torch,
Well, you can pick up the old one.
but I'd relight it.
I mean, it's still on fire. It's
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was like.
it's been on the ground for like 2 seconds.
Okay, no, okay, I'll pick up that one. I use that torch.
Do I hear the thing it hears? Alright.
Anyway, you can make a perception check. Like you straining your ears.
19.
8.
9.
I'm just stood looking at this metal wall going, oh, it's so pretty!
Yeah, you kind of strain your ears, but like you notice that like as it got closer, like most of the wildlife kind of like got quiet, but it's starting to they've relaxed again. They start moving around again. Like you hear lots of other animals, but you're not sure what it reacted to. It didn't look like it was running from you. It looked like it was running to something else.
Is there a lot of like, is it very dense? The forest?
Not particularly. Like it's not like sparse.
Okay.
Like the trees are very tall. It's an old forest, but like it's kind of like I'm not sure. Like I've not been up here long enough to know any forest nearby, so I can't give you comparisons. But
if there's enough, if there was something, can I see it? Like it's a perch on a branch.
You don't have dark vision.
Oh yeah.
you have dark vision for one,
nighttime.
and you can't fly. Two.
No, I climb the tree.
You've tried. Are you
Well,
not climbing a tree?
No, I can't see. Can I? It's dark.
Well, you can see up to 40 feet away from you. This thing moved more than 40 feet in 6 seconds.
Okay, never mind.
Um,
If it was daytime, I would have.
yeah, no, it is like it's not been nighttime for long. It's probably like it's the winter at the moment, so it gets dark pretty early. But it's probably around like 9 o'clock at the moment. In terms of, I'm not sure what like I'm
Well, it gets dark now at 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
So
it's been dark for 4 hours. It has started to get like much colder. So those of you that aren't wrapped up well are starting to feel that.
Well, I got feathers, don't I? So.
You do, but it doesn't help much.
what about me? I've got freaking gemstones stuck in it.
Yeah, I mean, like, you've got quite a screen behind which helps. Like, you're pretty much the only one that would be acclimatized to this kind of, like, harsh climate.
Wait, halfway through it. It's still like clap, I imagine.
these Goliaths are used to literally living up on the tops of mountains. They said Goliaths are one of the reasons why Goliaths are so athletic is that they used to working as well in high altitudes where there's less oxygen. It's it's kind of like how some athletes train at high altitudes for the Olympics and stuff. They can use oxygen better or whatever. I'm not sure how that actually works biology wise, but Goliaths have that innately because they spent so many generations up there. I think that's kind of how they do things. But so you're fine. It's not it's a bit cold, but
as we're shivering, you're like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, it is quite cold. It's not cold enough that there's snows yet. That comes later in the winter. It's the months are constantly different. They might be different, but it's kind of like December, start of January kind of temperatures, I guess. Not quite cold enough that there's snowstorms, but this place doesn't get a lot of snow later on. But yeah, so you can continue to press on, but bear in mind that if you don't sleep, you're not sure that at the pace you're going, you'll be able to reach the step in time to find the moon before sunrise. You still you kind of lost sight of the actual step by now. It's too dark and most people will turn out lights.
Well, I say camp.
Yeah,
camp.
I say camp.
Alright, so you set up your campfire. I'm assuming by the side of the road or something. Most of you have bedrolls, but
Actually, before we go to sleep, can we make a perception check? Make sure there's nothing untoward, right?
well, I was about to ask, is anyone taking watch?
I'll take one.
Because the way long rest work is you spend 8 hours resting, but you can spend 2 of those hours doing light activities. You only have to actually be asleep for 6 of those 8 hours. You just can't be doing anything intensive for the other 2. So for you guys, you can cover 6 hours of watch.
Okay. I'll do the watch first.
I'll go second.
Okay.
Take it in shift.
Alright. So, first watch, you want to roll perception?
Tiny bird man that has terrible perception is going first.
That's 18 plus 1, so 19.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty high perception. Yeah, it's less vision, more hearing.
Yeah.
After whatever that was, you are a bit more on edge, presumably. You might not be. Up to you to decide what you're
I'm a bit jittery, I'm a bit jittery, don't I? I'm getting killed.
If you want to, you could probably mimic the sound of the kind of the whirring that you heard. If you want to do.
Yeah, I could try and do that.
You've now got that in your mental library.
Yeah. Get that stored away. Straight, did I notice anything? Anything untoward?
You'll watch past this probably eventually. At one point, an owl kind of lands on the nearby tree. No, it's got a mouse in its claws, and it's there seems to be a nest there.
Okay. Can I start hooting at it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Reading my thing, apparently I can refuse to pay for food.
Animal handling check.
Yeah.
My animal handling is 1 plus 1. 20.
Holy fuck.
So 21. I crit that animal.
I got a natural 20.
Alright, so after you see there's little owl chicks in the
Oh.
nest. And after it's deposited the mouse there, it kind of flies down and rests on a log nearby you.
Oh. Yeah.
And regarding you kind of with its big round eyes.
Staring.
Kind of regarding you with curiosity.
Yeah.
At your this opened communication that it's just received.
What have I said in owl?
You don't speak owl, you just mimic the sound of an owl.
Yeah. So what did I mimic? What
You
What sound did I pick up?
You don't know owl.
No, I don't. No.
So
Surely the owl would just spawn, you know.
the owl's an owl.
We'll put it this way: does the owl look annoyed at you?
Yeah,
It's curious.
it's sure. Okay. Well,
It's like make an insight check.
inside.
I'm doing a lot of checks at them.
I like checks. It's fine. I've got 11 plus 3.
Okay, so 14. Yeah, you think like the owl is like thinking that's not an owl. It's a bird thing. It's not an owl. It's kind of like trying to figure out what you are.
Okay, so before I can figure out what I am, I just
It is just like it is like a barn owl, by the way. It's not like a massive thing.
no, I just pat it over the head.
As you like walk up to it, like
Oh, my only friend.
wild animals are not that like blasé around humans. Like
Is it my turn to watch them? Okay.
I know you befriended an owl.
So perception check.
yes,
Oh dear. Okay, that means I am on 11.
yeah, no. Like you're mostly like concentrated in like keeping like doing maintenance on your weapons. Like you're like getting your whetstone out and like sharpening the blade of your axes. And you're too engrossed to like really notice anything going on. Nothing actually happens, but like if it did, you probably wouldn't notice it.
He doesn't notice the passing army.
Alright, I suppose I get up and I just sort of stand awkwardly next to you, like, my turn, move.
He just falls asleep because that's.
Yeah.
Perception check.
I think so, not the microphone. 13 plus.
You got a big
6.
bonus. Okay, plus 6. That's 19.
That's like the number I don't remember.
Yeah, you got plus 6 on a lot of things because you like there's you use quite a few wisdom skills and you're proficient in most of them. So yeah, 19. It's kind of like it's still dark because it's winter, but it's getting towards morning. And yeah, no, like for the most part, you don't notice much, but you do see kind of like around the kind of area where the big like metal elk was. You see these kind of like like some more of like the little lights, but they seem like much smaller. And they don't make any sound. You just catch a little in your eye, and they kind of scurry across the floor and like eventually disappear down the room. That's what you see. You picked a remarkably quiet spot to make it.
Oh, lucky then.
Quite nice.
But yeah, so after a few hours, sun starts coming up. I imagine you kind of probably come to as the kind of like sunlight streaks through the canopy above you, kind of probably shining in your eyes a little bit. Wakes you up. It is now a crisp but cold morning.
Can I now climb the tree to make a perception check?
Make a athletics or acrobatics check to climb up.
I'll make an acrobatics check. Thank you very much. So 10 plus 6.
16. So yeah, you managed to climb the tree. It's less like kind of like grabbing on the tree and kind of like waking up it. It's more like you find a tree that's like relatively close to it, and kind of like chimney jump between the trees. Like you see like quite nimbly like spring between these two trees and kind of rest on one of the higher branches because like they're pine trees or like similar, so like most of the branches below them are broken off, so you have to climb quite high to get onto a branch that hold your weight.
Yeah.
But eventually you find one. Make a perception check. I'll give you advantage because you're high.
13.
13. So you can roll again and take the higher one if you get high. Alright, so yeah, 13 plus what was it? 14. Okay. So yeah, from this point, you can see kind of like through the canopy here. It's quite thick, but you managed to break through it, and like you reckon you're like probably only a couple of hours away from the town. You can see there's a clearing like not too far away where the trees break, and you see like quite large kind of probably man-made fields. Like they don't look like this. Looks like it was being cleared from trees that would usually like go up further, but you see quite like large fields with what looks like a farmhouse and a barn, and then up behind that there's this like kind of long kind of rope between two towers that runs up to this large plateau. You're pretty close, basically. So yeah, that's what you see.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I know where we are.
Yeah, basically, yeah, you don't have to make a survival check to make your way there. Basically, like you know where you are. Good. All right, so I'm gonna say with the 16, you don't have any problems getting down from the tree. Some gamers would give them a check, and at that point you might take a run.
If you want to do, I'll do a check with you.
No,
It's like you get halfway down and get done. Get me.
He picks me out the tree.
Yeah, no, like you kind of like slide down, like you kind of like dig your claws and you kind of like break down the side of the tree.
I was gonna say, do they have claws on their hands?
Yeah,
their hands, they've got like more than 3 fingers, but their hands are still kind of like bird feet.
Yeah.
Bird feet hands.
Yeah, they don't actually have wings. They've just got like feathery arms, basically, which are more muscular than you would have on actual wing.
Big muscle birds.
More muscular and bigger bones because birds have like hollow bones.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's try and go towards the village.
Yeah.
Do that then. We're going. We're off.
So
Actually,
Well, you can't see it, so
yeah.
what do? Just start walking off?
you can say it might like you've probably heard the word village before. Like, the broker like talked to you.
I just say go village now.
So it's just like a very broken version of English.
I say go village now in 3 different voices.
I just had a thought. I was like, it's literally pigeon English.
Yeah.
But, like actual, not a pigeon. That was a bad joke. Anyway, yeah, you make your way there.
Go village now. Let's go.
Yeah, so you skirt you kind of cut round the edge of the clearing. Like I'm assuming you don't like traipse through like this guy's field. You might do, but
Well, can we see what it's done in the field?
Well, I'm gonna look for a path.
there's not much in the fields at the moment. There's like
Is it only see? Oh, it's winter, isn't it?
it is winter, but there's like you still see this kind of like you've probably not encountered it before because you probably grew up in the city, but you're an urchin.
Yeah. Big urchin.
But yeah, no.
I'm not very scared.
Yeah, no. Crook will probably recognise this. Like, it's a bit like wheat, but like a lot tougher. And for that reason, you can grow it pretty much any time of the year. But yeah, it's a lot more difficult to eat, and you have to mill it down quite a bit before you can use it. I think
There isn't a scarecrow.
there is.
Great.
Can I attack it?
Okay, do you run up to the scare? So you vault the fence.
Yeah, I see it. I'm just like,
You just rugby tackle a scarecrow.
Make an attack roll then.
is that a D20?
D20 plus whatever your punches.
My punch, I don't know where's that.
Just use the stats to the dart. Then.
Okay,
It's
so
basically the same thing, just not range.
D1 plus 1D4 plus piercing.
No, that's for the attack roll. It's
Here it is.
D20 plus 6.
D20 plus 6.
Yeah. So you roll 17 plus 6.
So 23.
That easily hits the scarecrow. it's a stationary object. So you run up and you just fucking deck this scarecrow.
Yeah.
Like roll damage. I want to see like
What's damage?
that's D4 for you. Caltron.
2.
2. Okay, 2 plus, and then you've got you're using your dex, so it's plus 4. So you do 6 damage to the scarecrow. Basically, like it's got like a pumpkin on its head for like the headpiece. You run up and you fucking like smash through the pumpkin and knock over the pole.
Does it have a straw hat? The scarecrow.
It does, yes.
Can I wear the straw hat?
Sure. You don't have a straw hat.
Right.
You have just taken down this farmer's.
Where do I buy the straw hat?
Just give me a quick.
Plus 1 straw hat.
Do I have the choice to go and punch Birdman for being an idiot?
I'm just sort of
You can
stood.
if you want.
I'm just gonna stand there and just watch him deck this scarecrow. With that. What are you doing?
Can I go and punch Birdman for being an idiot?
This one it's like this quite high wheat field, not wheat, but like whatever this is.
Yeah.
you see like he jumps over the fence. You see like the kind of rustle, and you see like he jump up and just like a little burned hand punches through the face of the scarecrow. It falls over. That's all you see from your vantage point.
It's like, okay.
Right, I'm gonna. Is that his name? Quark. Right.
Well, it's basically like whenever he introduces himself, he makes the sound effect of someone being punched.
Oh right. Can I deck Quark then? Being an idiot.
Well, you say deck, don't bloody hit me with your full force.
Are you punching him?
Yeah.
Alright, make an attack roll.
Nothing
Can I make a
personal.
defense?
Shit.
Well, he's attacking your AC.
I can't defend against.
Your AC is you defending.
Oh, okay. Well, no, okay.
You don't roll against him, basically.
Okay.
Are you punching him or are you trying to grapple him?
Don't try and kill me. Yeah, I pushed a fucking scarecrow.
I know, but it's just like a very in-character thing. It's being an idiot. Right, okay, I'm gonna punch him, yeah.
Alright, make an attack roll.
17.
17, what's your AC? You hit regardless, he's got an AC of 15. So, what's your strength?
Strength is 19.
Okay, so you take 5 damage.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
Okay, can I backtrack that? I didn't want to
No,
kill
you
him.
did it.
Alright, so
You did it.
you have just walked up and fucking punched a small bird man.
In this frigging field.
So I've got full health.
Yes.
Thanks.
We're not even like.
Alright.
Yeah. Like, Quark is significantly injured by that. Like,
I don't know what you're expecting.
Do I have like med supplies or something that I can just go up and fix him with?
I've broke his ribs.
I mean,
I'm unconscious now.
Like,
That fucking knocked me out.
you're unconscious when you hit 0 hit points.
Okay.
Like,
What am I? I just lost half my health.
Okay,
you're,
so
you're
I'm
like visibly injured.
okay. So I'm just
There's a
gonna.
farmhouse nearby.
Actually,
I'm gonna see this.
make a constitution save.
Oh,
Real quick. I just realized. So one of the this is really bad for low level players. I only implemented my other game for players of like level 3 or higher. Whereas I'm starting with this now. Injuries you can occur when you either drop to 0 hit points or you take damage that like puts you like if you take damage that's equal to or higher half your max hit points, you make an injury roll.
Okay, well that's what happened.
are you doing the thing that Mark does?
Kind of, but my version was not as well done.
I rolled 11.
11, add your constitution saving bonus, so that's +1, so 12. Okay. Roll number 20. Roll number 20.
You know, it's not a D20.
That isn't a D20.
No, that one's a D20.
Sorry, right. I rolled that for
Okay, roll again.
7.
Yeah, you definitely fail. Alright, so was that for the...
No, that's the first time.
Okay,
I
so
started again.
roll
And then roll again.
Right, 17.
17.
Okay, you were right. So you basically like...
Stop rolling in the mic.
Oh, I thought you were recording, so.
No, yeah, so 17...
So you have a pen.
Yeah. So you essentially like that's you don't have any lasting like implications of that.
Okay,
Like,
so
that could have potentially like broken your ribs.
I've just taken 4. I've got 4 health now.
Yeah.
I can't like
Okay.
do anything to prevent that.
You can
Okay.
punch it back. Like,
Oh, I'm not doing
Okay.
that. I'm not fighting.
So I see from the other side of the fence, tiny birdman scuttle through the field, knock over a scarecrow.
yeah.
Then the Goliath goes in,
Yeah. He's like he's head and shoulders above the field as well.
and then I assume I just hear like another rustle, a squawk from you, or some sound,
He just fucking kicks me. I go flying.
and I just go, oh. So I get over the fence, and I'm gonna try and do medicine on him if I can. Can I do anything for him?
Healer's kit.
A healer's kit?
Yeah. Do you have one?
I don't think so. I don't know.
There's a farmhouse nearby.
I'll
So you can try and see if the farm has any medical supplies.
Could do.
Can I make a perception check for my 2 out of it?
You're way too well. You're like the field is like twice the height of you.
Oh.
Like you're in a wheat field, but the wheat is like that high.
Can Steph force the Goliath bastard to make a perception check?
I mean, she's got higher perception than he does.
Or can you make a perception check and see if there's anyone in the house? There
I
might be some medicine in
I have a feeling if there was really anyone, they would have come out and wondered what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, I mean, like if they're like there's smoke coming from the house, so there's someone in, but you're not sure if they're like out in the fields yet. They might be doing something else.
Turns out they're just like a few feet from us.
Yeah. Bear in mind, this isn't actually the part of the town that you're supposed to be in. This is like the bottom.
This is a random field.
Like this is like part of the settlement, but like the main town is like up the mountain. Like you have to get into the buckets to get up there.
At least wait till we get there before you kill one another.
I'm probably thinking, like...
Can I do a medicine check on him to see if he's, like, critically injured or something? Will he live?
He'll live. He's fine.
Right.
Like, you don't need a big check to see that. Like,
right.
He's got a nasty bruise, which is, like...
a full body bruise. Because his fist is...
I was going to say, his fist is probably the same size as you.
He's not that big. His fist is probably, like... It's enough to give you, like, kind of, like, that kind of size bruise, but, like, not... Like,
his hand
it's your bruise enough that it's visible through your feathers, with quite dark skin. Not bad, but like, it's not.
What compelled you to do this?
I feel like it'd be very in character.
It would.
Yeah.
But can I? Okay, I'm gonna facepalm at those two, and I'm gonna look and do at the house to see if there's people in it. There's someone around.
There's smoke coming from the chimney, but you can't really see. You don't really have the vantage point to see anyone from this point. Like you'd have to either get out the field or like find somewhere high up.
Can I stand on him?
If he lets you.
Yes.
Right. Are you going to help me?
Yes.
Just give me like a little boost up.
You make a acrobatics check at advantage. So roll twice, take the highest.
Is that a 6 or a 9? It's a 9, isn't it? No, 6.
Yeah, I think it's a 9. So you can roll again, and if you get higher, when you get that one instead. So yeah, 9 plus whatever.
9, 10, 11.
Right.
11.
Yeah, similar issue to Hawk. You struggle, like it's like he's bulky, but like doesn't make him easy to climb. Like. Also, like the mud you've been tracking through, like makes your boots quite slick. So, like as you try and find perches, you kind of slip and just fall. You kind of like.
I like how we just use you as a perch.
Yeah.
Some of these pick me up. Have I got motion?
Can I?
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Okay.
You could still take a few rounds if you want to. Not for him, but like.
No. He fudges me on.
You know from experience that the average drunk in the pub, like, doesn't hit half as hard as he does. Like,
I just make an unpleasant noise towards him and bother him so much that he like takes him back.
You keep making the whirring sound.
You don't have vicious mockery. I'm sorry, you're not allowed. You can't do like psychic damage by annoying him.
I could do psychic damage. I can make your brain melt.
Can't I just like annoy him away from me or something?
I mean, you can annoy him.
Can't I frighten him?
His reaction to that is entirely up to him.
Yeah, he probably will hit you again.
Probably hit me again, I'll be dead. Literally 2 hits and I'm dead.
Yeah. Would that be like, if that was to happen, would that be like one of the worst starts to a D&D campaign you've ever done?
I've had worse starts. Also,
not everyone dies before you get to the first part.
No, I was playing in a campaign where one character decided that like something was too expensive in the shop, so they decided to try and steal it. And intimidate. They tried to intimidate the shopkeeper into lowering the price with thaumaturgy. It didn't work. She basically just laughed at him. So he stole it, ran out. They called the guard because obviously it was being stolen from. And then everyone else just got into a fucking brawl in the streets. We massacred the guards, and then because there happened to be some powerful wizards in town, we all essentially got like put to sleep and then locked up in a jail cell, which we also broke out of because at that point Arthur wasn't super good at pacing. He waited too long to bring in the guys that were supposed to like talk to us. So we had like sufficient time to come up with plans to break out the jail cells before they got to us, which meant that like that was a really weird one. Like we had a lot of stuff that like wouldn't fly. Like it's kind of like we were using rules that didn't exist, and the rules we were using were mostly wrong.
Well, apparently I can get away with minor criminal offences, such as refusing to pay for food and breaking down doors at a local shop.
She has a reputation. Like you guys, like having spent like some time in Anchorage, like she's probably a wanted criminal. Like
Hi.
yeah, because you're kind of like a pirate basically. Like you've been sailing. So like yeah, like especially
My dad was a dragon and my mom was a pirate.
Oh gosh.
I can get into fortresses.
Right. Let's progress on to the town.
Okay, can I help him up if he's still on the floor?
I think I've got
you're
because I'm nimble. I got
so-
punched up and
Yes, but you did get punched in the gut.
so
the entire body.
Make a wheelchair.
How'd you do it?
you could, I think is the answer.
Karma exists.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna die now.
We'll see. I mean, you're probably you're their frontline fighter.
Yeah.
So, like, you're going to be taking most hits later on. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
I'm sure you'll get your own back on him.
I'm thinking of ways.
Yeah, no, so yeah, I mentioned this in the document, which I also advise you not to read. But I've got a section which is representation of hit points. Basically, like, hit points are not meat points. Like, if you're down to 0 hit points, you're not like mulched into a pulp. You are just unconscious. Like, if you hit 0 hit points, you've taken enough damage for you to essentially like collapse either from the mental or physical strain or fighting.
What if you decide to just consume the corpse?
Well, that's pretty difficult, given that the corpse, like, corpses aren't soft.
You can see it.
I mean, like, that's like trying to eat a living person while they're asleep. Like, it's not like when someone becomes a corpse, they don't suddenly become like squishy. That's a weird misconception people have. Like, it takes a while for someone to decompose that much.
I'm just saying he could eat me. He's big. He's big enough.
You'll have to fry you up
Big,
first.
he doesn't have teeth for eating meat.
Is he not a carnivore?
He's an omnivore. He's giant. He's not a fucking
He's not just a meat eater.
like bear.
Big. I was just imagining, like, you know, stereotypical caveman just eating like a lamb shank.
There aren't that many, like, there's not that much large game up in the mountains. So, like, they live off of small stuff or things they farm.
How many hit points do you have?
I've got 4 right now.
He's got 9 max.
Right.
You've got 8 max. You've got like 16 max.
Yeah.
That's because he's a barbarian. He's got good constitution though. Like barbarians have a base of 12.
Right.
When you level up, instead of getting the maximum, you either roll or you take the average. Rolling can be more fun, but it can mean that the barbarian rolls a 1 and the fucking wizard gets a 6. And like the wizard ends up with more place. But that's a different story. Average is like whatever half the total is plus 0.5 because weird average. It basically means like average for a D8 is technically 5. It's 4.5, but no. That's for later levels too.
Are we going to advance? Let's advance towards the town.
So as a reference point, a great quote from Machiavelli is hit points are a measure of your heroism. Whilst you've still got them, you can continue doing heroic things.
Okay.
Heroic in this case is relative, but still. It also is the kind of thing that's like you can, like, once you knock down 0 hit points, you're not dead. You make death saves if you've been knocked from damage. And you have to fail 3 of them consecutively to die. You have to succeed on 3 to become stable. So it's diminishing returns.
You guys don't mind if I go for a toilet break?
Sure.
Let's just say that the punch is just left me winded for just a bit.
Right.
And the big cat is. No, I'll be back. Sorry, I won't be back.
Something that's actually trying to kill you, like, he's a glass cannon. He does a lot of damage, he can't take damage. Like, he gets knocked on the back.
You're supposed to protect the little birdie, not smush it into a pulp.
I do thinking about it, probably regret doing that now, if I'm honest with you.
I mean, you can hit player characters, can't you? But you can do it like where you don't knock them straight to the floor.
I mean, like with anything, like the exception being ranged weaponry, so things like crossbows or bows or darts.
Or fists.
Well, fists are fine, but like ranged weapons, or for example, like bladed weapons, you can hit someone with the flat of the blade instead of stab them.
Yeah.
And if you're not, basically, it's like you can do a non-lethal hit. So you can decide, I'm going to knock this person unconscious instead of trying to kill them. That will just leave them stable, as opposed to like dying.
Yeah.
You can't really do that with a crossbow. Unless you're hitting them with the actual crossbow. You can't like shoot them in such a way that they don't die.
It would be the equivalent of me shooting him in the ass with a bow.
Yeah, it's like you can't non-lethal like ranged weapons. However, you can do it with melee weapons and with magic, because magic is more in control with the caster. Like especially cantrips, because cantrips are like the things they know the best. But you guys don't have any cantrips because none of you are magical or magically weightless people.
Is there any way that I can help out now?
You guys don't have a healer.
Well, if we had Liam...
Yeah, Liam's character hasn't turned up yet.
Liam wants to be the healer.
The broker did tell you there was another person coming along, but they were held up, so they'd be getting there later. Not here this session, might be next week. But yeah, basically at the moment, the only way to restore hit points, really, like you can medicine, you can use medicine to like help someone that's bleeding out, but you can't heal hit points.
Can you use it to like stabilise them?
Yeah. So like if they're making death saves, if you succeed on it's a DC like 10 medicine check, you can basically you make a death save for it.
Yeah. I know my medicine's like +4 for some reason.
Your squire, like medicine is wisdom based. It's all about diagnosis. The other thing is intelligence based, but you don't have to be smart to know how to bandage a wound. It's the idea. So you have to be smart to figure out what's wrong with them. Like you like, I see that person who's got a hole in them. Better put a bandage on that. And basically that's
yeah.
But yeah, no. You didn't do anything while you were gone.
Oh really? Oh, I'm sorry. I was.
Alright,
I
so
went in everywhere was occupied, so I just stood around for like 5 minutes.
what are you going up to, by the way? Are you gonna like?
What, while he goes behind a tree and peas?
Yeah, are you gonna harass the farm, or are you gonna try to use the ski lift? It's not a ski lift. It's a really like ghetto.
He would not fit in that. He'd break that.
Well, from this distance you see like the container's pretty big. It looks like it's mainly used for like shipping like supplies.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to the ski lift, or whatever it's actually supposed to be called.
I'll follow.
I'm going to attempt to get into the ski lift.
Yeah, so there's a guy at the so like it's essentially a tower. The top of the cord is attached to a tower. There's like a big like essentially like shipping container sized thing that like holds stuff. Which is currently empty. The dude looks at, like there's a dude in the tower that's kind of like he's at the bottom of the tower, but he's kind of like asleep at his desk. As you walk in, as above the door, there's a sign, a pinch sign that just says the buckets.
Okay, I'm just gonna bang on like the frame or something to wake him up.
What's going on?
We need to go up.
Okay. Yeah, he's kind of like middle-aged, but kind of like greying hair. He's not super old, but he sounds really old for some reason.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm not gonna get in first. I'm gonna let him get in first.
Yeah. So he kind of like walks up to. He climbs the tower slowly, and then there's this kind of like a weight system. You see this like you look to the side of you. There's like this shaft like that goes quite far down, and at the top like, you see like attached to like chains. Essentially, there's like this massive like iron weight, which he like She's like, get in the bucket. Yeah.
I'll go on, Crook. You're first.
After you've all climbed in, it seems to take the weight fine. Like it's like these things are designed to like carry like large amounts of like supplies up in town because like they can't really grow anything up there. That's why the fields are here. But
See, he's fine.
yeah, he's like, you all in? Like once you say yes, he's like, all right, and he like pulls out the wedge that's holding a thing, and like
Oh god.
slower than you were expecting, it does like kind of like rock and then kind of like starts being like gradually pulled up. The door was shut behind you, so you didn't just fall out. But yeah, it is a bit faster than you're used to. Like as you are kind of pulled, and you can just like peering over the edge, you can see like the mountainside below you, kind of not racing by, but like disconcertingly fast. Until after about a minute or so, you kind of like clunk to a stop at the top. And as you get out, you see like on the other end, there's another kind of like weight there that's been pulled up. But there doesn't seem to be anyone in that post. It's quite early in the morning. Like, you guys have got here like maybe a couple of hours after sunrise. Like everyone's still kind of waking up.
Okay.
Like there are sounds of people kind of like moving around. Like there's more. You hear the sound of like hammering. You think the smith's probably up quite early. But yeah, you're now at Cormorag's step. This is the town.
Okay.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
See what it's about.
I was going to do one as well, see what's going on.
Okay. I want to look for a shop.
Alright, yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm just looking around, just surveying the area.
I got an 18.
17.
19. 18. So I've got 22 then.
So you guys are all like, oh, we know what everything is instantly. Basically, yeah, no, the town's like, it's a relatively big town. Like, it's quite a large plateau, but yeah, you managed to find your way along like the main, one of the main roads, to like not only a high street, but like a wider street that has like lots of what looks like buildings where you buy stuff from. So one of them, the main one that you're probably looking for is you've got like a thing that says Wick's General Store.
Okay.
Wicks. Not that kind of it looks like, yeah. But yeah, no.
Did my perception check discover what kinds of things they sell?
I mean, it's basically just got like the sign says Wick's General Store with all the stock, and in the window, you see there's a guy moving back, like turns the sign from closed to open.
Just in time.
I'm gonna go in.
There's not really a window. Like there's like a shutter on the front. There's a small window, but it's not like big shop windows that you get.
How common is it to see a Kenku bird thing in this town?
Make a history check. There's not really anyone about at the moment, so you can't tell by the
11.
11.
I imagine plus 1.
Okay. So you know that like Kenku live in this kind of region, but you don't know how many there'll be in this town.
Can I make a note of the guards?
Yeah. So with your perception check, you do see that on the outskirts, the opposite side to where the Buckets Tower is, there's a watch tower, and you see there is the silhouette of a guard up there, and not too far away is what looks like a barracks, like somewhere like a station where the guard operate out of.
Is it a big barracks?
It's not massive.
Right.
But like, you also think that like you're far enough north that you're not sure the wanted posters have got this far.
Okay.
Especially like, I imagine you've probably got a hood as well. So like you being a rogue and also a dragonborn, like you probably want to keep yourself like you strike me as the kind of person that wants to keep himself inconspicuous because dragonborn
Freaking
are, like
bright gemstone Dragon Ball.
yeah, don't do dragonborn are rare by the way. Like they're like Dragonborn are like not uncommon, but like Gems from Dragonborn are like she's probably the only one you've seen in your lives. Like they're not common.
Right. Can I go to the army barracks?
It's a guard barracks. It's not
I sort of just like have my hood up and I'm just like pulling it like
Can I
a little
go
bit up
into
a bit.
their Can I go into their alright, because my thing of being a soldier.
You are a soldier, but you would know town guard aren't really part of the military, especially like this far detached. Like they're more the police than like soldiers.
Right.
Some of them might be ex-soldiers, but they're not. It's not the kind of thing where you can call back and be like, "You work for me now." Kind of thing. They're not that kind of guard.
Right.
You visit them, like you've no idea where the like who's around. But yeah, no. Yeah, so you want to go up to the guard barracks?
Yeah.
You go to the general store?
Yeah.
Shit. What do you get?
I suppose I'll go with the little bird man. I don't really want to be near the guards.
General store. Can I see what's in the general store?
General store first. Alright, so as you kind of like walk in the general store, the guy behind the counter is like, customers. Oh, travellers, we've not seen, oh, we came to you at a general store, Topaz Dragonborn. That's the first time in a long while I've seen you there. Anyway, what are you looking for? He kind of looks at you.
Can I just say, what are you looking for?
In his voice.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
That's my way of asking what you have.
he's making an insight check.
Am I gonna have to like translate for you?
Wait, fuck. He has no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
If I've got this, hang on. If I've got that, it's my floor,
Yeah.
and shiny objects.
What? As in she's the shiny
Yeah.
object.
Oh god.
The gems don't come out
No.
that you know of.
If you pry them, I will hit you.
That's probably that might be a reason why I went along with some gemstones. Shit. Are there any gemstones in there? Only.
Yeah, I actually tricked you saying, if you come with me, little bird man, and do as I say, I'll give you one.
Oh my god. So listen. You might be gullible enough to believe that, you don't know.
Very. Well, yeah. Is there any
That's how we met. I bribed him.
precious stones?
There's no real like you kind of like caught him off guard. He's like, "What the fuck?" Okay, but like you see like it's a general store. There's like there's lots of stuff. There's like trail rations. There's lots of there's like cloaks and like hiking gear and stuff that's like useful for traveling in mountainous terrain. Basically.
So it's not like fine jewelry.
Okay, I'm going to grab his beak, so he can't speak,
Right.
and I'm going to say, do you have anything to fix this? And I just point to the bruise on his chest.
Well, it's a nasty bruise. We might have some healers kits in the back. Give me a sec. And he lunges through, and he comes out with like this, with a box.
I just slowly let go of your beak.
Yeah. No.
Screams.
Yeah. He basically comes out with basically what is essentially a first aid kit. But like, yeah. So this has bandages and a few kind of like ulcers that you can rub on to like sterilise wounds. I'm not sure how much it'll help, but I don't know if you get into more fights. Might be a good idea.
How much
I'm
is
Wick,
it?
by the way.
Save it.
This is
Gathered
my
by the name.
What's your name?
Wick.
Well, yeah, Wick.
Mr.
Say
Wick.
Wick a few times. In your voice.
Ignore him. How much is the kit?
That
Can I-
is probably 5 silver.
But can I have confused him by saying his name so much he's confused and gets the price wrong? Either higher or lower.
This guy's a fucking. Like,
Stop trying to rip people off in the first town we get to.
Are you trying to
Distracting me now.
make a straight... Make a straight charisma check.
I made a ground check. Hang on. I'll redo it.
I've got it.
Here. Right, I'm making a what check?
Just straight charisma. So plus nothing. Okay.
14.
14. All right. You start confusing. It's like, I'll deal you a bit. Yeah, that'll be 3 silver.
Okay, how much is that from gold?
So gold is worth 10 silver.
Okay, how much was it?
3 silver.
3 silver. Okay.
So basically, like, change it to 9 gold, 7 silver. That's the only thing about Alt Book is it prints out 10 gold. But,
Alright. And I'll add first aid kit to my thing.
yeah. So mechanically speaking, like if you get the right supplies, you can probably make stuff that would be like. He actually mentioned this. Like, I'm not really the guy to go to if you want like medical supplies. You know, like this is kind of like you can ban someone in a fight, but like if you're looking for like healing potions or anything, like you want to go to
Oh my god, it's Sam!
Max. She's a little eccentric, but yeah, she lives over there. Like he kind of points to like right in the outskirts of town. If you step out the door, you can see this kind of like squat, kind of almost kind of slumping like wooden cabin with lots of herbs growing on the outside of it. But it's kind of like it's a little bit like almost in disrepair, but it's like no one really touches it. It's like the gate's like super rusted, and yeah, like there's still smoke coming out the chimney, but like yeah, that's
I say thank you and I just leave.
Okay, you don't do anything else?
No.
Okay.
With my floor, can I have a stipulation where I have to check every time I go into a building?
Can do.
I want to do that.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
I got 11.
11. Your whiz save
Plus
is
one.
plus 1, so 12. Do you reckon that's high enough for you?
Kind of for what?
High enough for you not to steal things?
No, I think I heard sounds.
Sounds.
Yeah, someone's ringtone or message tone.
No, maybe not. Well, it depends on if there's a shiny object to buy. Depends on what.
Is that a thing that you have to do?
Well,
Part of his character, he has to steal
One of
things.
his flaws is light fingers, obsessed with shiny objects.
So he has to steal stuff.
no, but if it's a shiny object. It's a shiny object. No.
I mean, there are things that like have shiny bits on them, but they're not super interesting. It's like mainly like it's like
You just come out with like a super like shiny polished spoon.
like you can see like some pitons and some rope. The pitons are like relatively new. They're quite shiny. There's like
Any buttons or something? Shiny buttons.
there's probably some winter coats that have some buttons.
Oh, I'm stealing the shiny ones.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check. Who's gonna make a set?
I've just not rolled a natural 20, and you can look at that.
25.
And that's right there.
Yeah. It's an actual.
And that sleight of hand is plus 6.
Okay.
You've got a natural 20 stealing buttons.
Yeah. So 26.
Yeah, no, like, whilst he's distracted, like, kind of like trailing after you, you look and like sneak up and like, he's like steal, like, we'll say, you only steal one button, but like, you get an extra shiny, like,
Extra shiny.
You get the really shiny one.
shiny button off of one of the winter jackets.
Can I add this to my equipment?
Sure.
Plus 1 shiny button.
Of course, that's the thing you roll
Yeah,
a 20
plus
for,
one.
stealing the fucking
You
bus.
can get +1 items, and those are
Okay.
things like
Okay.
+1 weapons, which are like gives you +1 to like attacking.
This is my button. There are many buttons, but this button is mine.
Is that a Full Metal Jacket reference?
No?
Is it a SpongeBob reference?
I don't know where it's from. I just know the internet uses it.
Oh.
Bravo.
Private Pal! Now listen here, Private Pal, and you listen good.
Oh my fucking cold.
Yeah. So.
I recommend watching Full Metal Jacket, it's a good film.
I haven't watched all of it. I've watched until we get to like the start of Vietnam because it's a bit fucking disturbing. To be fair.
No, it's a disturbing film.
Yeah.
It's a good film. It's disturbing.
It's horrible.
We're out of character there. We're not in character talking about.
No, I'm fully aware.
What can I do with my shiny book? Very
Freaking
valuable.
boy!
Very valuable, but it's mine. So.
I mean, it's shiny. It's not made of metal or anything.
Right, can I? So I'm at the barracks then now.
Yeah, so you probably reached the barracks at this point. Yeah, no, it just says like guard station over the top. Or guard barrack for them. But, yeah, basically like you can go in. The door's unlocked. There isn't really like there's not really a deck. Like there's not really a desk. There's like there's not like a reception area or anything like that. There's like basically like a door that looks that just has captain's office, and then basically like there's like tables and stuff with like you can see there's like cards left out and dice, and there's a room that also like above it says like on the door just says like bunks. And that's basically it's a one-story building. It's not like it's not massive. Yeah, you can like it's pretty quiet. You think most of them probably haven't like the guys on the night shift probably have like just clocked off. You're not sure if like the day guard have got in yet. But yeah, like it's pretty quiet. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you thinking?
Can I? So is there no one in there? Don't know. Let's look around to see if there's anyone in there.
Right. You have two options of doors.
Right.
You can either go into the bunk room or what's labelled as the captain's office.
Well, the bunk room might be a bit of a weird one because I'm probably walking out when people are sleeping. I'm going to go into the captain's office. That's what I'm going to do.
You knock first, or you just go in?
Doesn't seem like they want to not.
I
No,
feel like your character would just walk in.
I'm going to go. I'm just going to walk in.
Does he even open the door? Does he just walk into the door?
Yeah, he just walks into the door and knocks it down.
I have no concept of doors.
Yeah, so you walk into the door, you bounce off it because it opens the wrong way, and then like you kind of like open the door, and like there's kind of this kind of like he looks like he's like he's not got like much sleep, but you see like kind of a middle-aged man, kind of like helmet, chest plate. There's helmets on the desk, kind of like short cropped brown hair, 5 o'clock shadow, stern face, like quite piercing blue eyes.
What's that?
He's like, "Oi, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? What? I'm busy. What?
Well, this is going great.
Yeah, he does look quite. He looks quite haggard, but he instantly like snaps to when you come into the room.
Don't do anything untoward.
I am in search of a quest.
That's the thing. You guys were told to like go talk to the Reeve. None of you gone to the temple. Like,
I went to the general store.
I've gone to go speak to
Temple.
To be fair, I didn't hear that bit. I just followed him.
Follow me,
Right,
guys.
I'm going to ask him, where can I get weapons? That's what I'll ask him.
not here.
Not here.
Now, start off. I'm doing work.
Take instructions.
What can I say back to him?
It's up to you.
Can I say something back to him?
Yeah.
You're a twat.
Gives you a look.
Right, okay, I'll walk off.
Is that even a swear word? What's the equivalent in this word?
We're using all the swear words in this one.
Oh,
Alright, okay, you're a twat, and I'll walk off.
but he's like a big glass of like your pot with leaves.
Make it in the subject real quick.
Oh, you fucked it up again.
14. Plus 2, 16. Right. you infer from that look, like, yeah, if he wasn't doing other stuff, like, they probably would have been trouble just then. But like, yeah, like, this guy, like, yeah, he looks pretty fed up at the moment. Like, he looks like he hasn't slept.
You just walked in and called him a twat.
And then left. And then walked right back out.
Yeah. It's like kind of like no one really goes into that place unless they actually work there. Because most like that's his office. That's not where he does his patrols or
I
anything.
think he just went into the police station just cause of...
Pretty much, you walk into the police station and say, "Can I have a gun?" Basically,
Yeah.
that's the modern day equivalent of what you just said.
And they say no, and you call them a twat.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you're not getting arrested. That's pretty lucky.
Yeah. No, like he's basically like I've got bigger fish to fry. It's basically the look he
There
gives.
must be some big fish.
But yeah, no, like it's still pretty early in the morning.
The first thing you do is piss off the freaking.
Yeah, we've got 25 minutes until half past.
Okay.
So
Where's the town hall?
town hall's
Near the general
in the middle of town. It's this kind of like it's brick and timber building. Relatively well built.
Has it got a bell tower?
No, this town doesn't have. This town doesn't have. It has like there's some sort of alarm system, like not quite a bell, but like something in the watchtower.
It's a busy plaza that we walked out into, like the general stores.
Not particularly. It's like it seems pretty quiet in the mornings.
That's nobody about.
There are people going about the business, but
Can I make a perception check?
what are you looking for?
Shiny object.
For God's sake.
Okay.
Of the nearest person, not everyone.
So technically the nearest person would be me.
The nearest person probably is you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, apart from I got a 9 plus 1.
Yeah. No,
10.
you're like.
Right, but my goal is to collect shiny objects. The more the better.
See, my goal is just to piss people off to get me to get them to fight me. Because that's what I'm here for. I'm here for fights.
I didn't even want to piss you off before, you just fucking came up and decked me.
Yeah. I mean, when like he stood up when you came in, like he had some pretty like not on his belt, but like on the wall, was pretty hefty shackles there. Like they if he got those on you, like you wouldn't be able to do much better. Like,
Strangle with them.
good luck with this behind your back. Like
I don't think a Goliath can do like the little jump trick to get them to the front.
I've gone towards the town hall and I'm at the door. So,
right.
just do a knock. I have to knock.
No.
Is it open?
If you try the door, it seems like town hall. No one lives there, so
There's not a mayor in there. Nobody's in there.
well. So the broker, the guy you talked to, said to talk to Reeve when you got there. You imagine he has his own house. Reeve is the leader of town. It's like in real world terms, Reeve is technically like kind of like bears the authority of like the royalty or whatever. I guess like it's equivalent of a mayor basically, but like there's no actual currently there's no actual monarch in this area. So like they kind of like they're basically just like the town leader. They deal with lots of the admin stuff and they do council meetings with.
Can I
the rest of them.
make a perception check for like a community area, like house, and go towards the
And
house?
there's houses dotted around the place. Like
Can I?
there's only really one high street that has like lots of stuff on it, and that's like where the general store is. That's where the smithy is. It's got butchers, a couple of things, but
How would I find out where he lives?
Probably could have asked in the general store.
probably yeah.
True, I've already stolen from there, so I can't go back.
Oh, you could.
I don't think he will notice really.
It was the 26th as well. Pretty successful. Can I make a perception check to see if there's anybody in there? And I'll ask that.
Oh, it's around you. You have to make a perception check for everything, by the way.
Oh, no.
You can just use your eyes.
Well, I'm using my eyes out and I'm asking the person closest to us.
Yeah, so there's you see like a dwarven woman like kind of walking, like she seems to be like walking. She's quite stockily built.
How tall?
Kind of like she's around 5 foot.
Okay, sounds short.
I'm pretty sure you're going to be shorter than everyone,
Yeah,
unless we meet a dwarf.
dwarves
We
are
just did.
Oh, right.
dwarves like
Short.
she's pretty tall for a dwarf, but like dwarves aren't like as short as they are everywhere. Like
They're not 4'7".
no, like dwarves are generally like around 5 foot. They're not midgets.
Can I ask?
The shepherd.
He is.
Yeah, if you want really small people, find like fucking gnomes. Like gnomes are literally like 3 foot tall.
Yeah, I asked the dwarven. But I asked, obviously I've never heard the word Reaver. Reeve, sorry.
You can probably use a bit of her name, honestly. But
Well, what's your full name again?
Reaver.
Yeah.
Reaver.
Yeah.
Just keep saying Reeve then.
okay. She looks at you quite questioningly, raises an eyebrow. Kind of like, what are you doing?
She's saying Reeve constantly.
Like people are terrible at interpreting what the fuck is you're on about.
Well, I'm stood behind him, so I just go, "Where's Reaver?" Or "Where's
Well,
Reeve?"
before you do, she says, I don't have any money. Fuck off. And like keeps on walking. And when you ask her, she's like, oh. And like she's
Well, I sort of, as she turns to go, I sort of like stand in front of her
well, yeah,
and just go, "Where's Reeve?"
Intimidation. Great.
Yeah. She's like startled, like not only by the fact you jumped in front of her, but also like you're a gentle dragonborn, big scary dragon person. You're like 6 foot on the couch, aren't you? Like,
Yep.
Yeah, you're very like you're like a couple of feet taller.
Did she tell me to fuck up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab his beak before he does anything.
Oh, okay. Well, after this confrontation, I've got a few choice words.
That's true. I mean, bear in mind, you have a vocabulary from like the guy that most of your vocabulary comes from.
Oh yeah.
Foul mouthed as fuck.
Foul
Like,
mouth. Yeah.
not,
So you know the swear words anyway.
Yeah. I remember now.
I don't think there's any words you probably don't know.
I just like alphabetical list of all the expletives I know. Just
Right. So
She's kind of taken aback by this.
Giant
by a giant dragon and just swore like constantly
by a bird.
in an old like a.
That's apparently homeless.
Yeah. Well, she thinks you're homeless. You're quite scrappy looking.
Look, I've got a straw hat. How can
You
it
do
be?
have a straw hat.
How can it be?
hell not the straw hat.
I don't recognise that straw hat.
I'm just gonna grab his beak. Just like get.
I can't speak now.
Yeah. No, like if you're asking where the Reeve is, like he's over there, but he's not walking up yet. We're in the town hall when he does.
Okay, and I just like go towards where she pointed. I don't care if he's asleep.
All right. What are you doing at the moment, by the way?
Dragging Birdman with me.
Krook is currently Krook is,
Well, he's literally a crook.
no, it's Krook. It's not some Krook. It's Krook.
You can't
Close enough.
Right, I am I'm going with them to the house.
Wait, you don't know where we are?
I should go quite ahead.
Leave them off.
Yeah, alright, I'm going to
Also, why are you searching for a weapon? You've already got 3.
He collects them.
They're also pretty heavy. Like, you can carry them.
Well, if you came out of the guard thingy, wouldn't he have seen us near? Be raiding this woman.
It's kind of like it's nearby-ish. It's not like it'd take you a couple minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it took him the entire time of me stealing that button from him together.
Yeah.
Well,
True.
Right.
like I climb the tree before I just climbs the building and gets
Can I make a perception check to see if I can see these two?
You don't need to make a check really. Like they
I'm kind of obvious.
Yeah.
You probably can make a perception check.
And he's kind of
You
obvious.
can hear my swearing.
I mean, you probably hear it. Like it's. Like, the thing is, like, there's not many people around. It's pretty quiet. Like loud noises echo around it. Like
So
it's an open, like up against the mountain.
The echoes of expletives.
So it's like, shh, just stop.
Alright, I'm gonna follow the noises of sweary Birdman. That's what I'm gonna do.
Just it's just fuck off. Piss.
Fuck off, a piss wanker.
Right. So I'm gonna follow the noises.
Alright.
Of Birdman.
Doesn't take long to find them. Yeah, the door kind of like steps around you and keeps on like walking towards like the main high street. But,
Considerably taken aback and scared.
so she's just taking ahead. She looks like it's too early in the morning for this shit. Like, but yeah, so you're heading to like there is one house that looks a bit like it's not like fancy, but it's a bit more like well built than some of the other ones. And yeah, if you knock on the door,
Excuse you.
Sorry, it takes a couple minutes, but
Go roll a d20 about half an hour. 9. Feel 9 of that one.
feel mad about what?
Got you birthing.
Is that well? Okay.
I think I'm mildly offended.
Alright, fair. Yeah, no, it takes a few minutes, like you hear like kind of shuffling indoors. And yeah, this so you like this guy like opens all kind of this not really like dressing gown is the wrong word, but like kind of like he's kind of half dressed with like a fur blanket over his shoulders. Half elven. You see like he's got like slightly pointed ears, but like still looks mostly human. And yeah, kind of like scruffy brown hair, like still kind of like sleep in his eyes, like kind of like probably like mid-30s.
I'm just stood there with my arms folding my hood up.
He's the mayor of the town.
The reed, but yes.
Does he have any adornments?
Not on him though.
He's like half dressed.
True.
Yeah, he literally like just crawled out of bed. But yeah. Correct. Oh. Are you here about are you from the Devil's Guild?
Yes.
Give me a minute. He closes the door, and like about 5 minutes later, he comes out in like more appropriate attire.
Does he have
No, that's not a thing.
does he not have the mayor's golden chain?
Literally, like IRL, mayors only wear that like on special occasions,
Oh, I know, but
and like
this is a special occasion. That was good.
not really. Like
He must not think highly of us.
it's kind of bear in mind like do you wear like your like if you do you like put on like a suit for when the plumber comes around?
I suppose.
Like is that kind of level of like you guys just like the guys they hired to sort out their issue? Whilst it is quite a pressing issue, it's not like you're not.
We
like,
haven't done it yet.
No. Also, you're not experienced enough for anyone to know who the fuck you are. Like you're just some dudes.
I'm wanted.
That's true. You are wanted, but they don't get news very much up here. So like you're probably fine.
I am like actively looking for wanted posters though. I just passively just.
That is probably one thing that you saw that could have seen on the inside of the guard barracks. There was a like a board that had like kind of like artist impressions of various criminals. She wasn't.
Damn! I wonder how much I'm worth.
I mean, you probably like there were definitely ones in Ankreep. Let's put it that way. Ankreep is a port town. 100% they would have been posters of you. However, most of them are like kind of like inaccurate caricatures of like what they think a Jamestown Dragonborn looks like. Because like they've not actually seen you. They just know that you're a Jamestown Dragonborn.
I'm passionate. How much is the bounty worth?
I don't know how much we were. I'm not sure there was actually a bounty. There's one supposed to like people like the place. Like there's not been like wanted dead or alive. Like 1,000 gold payment or anything.
Like Red Dead Redemption's posters. You can get the bounty
it's
for the war.
not quite like that. It's more like they weren't wanted posters in the guards. So they don't have printing press up here. It's literally just artist impressions of criminals, and like scrawled beneath is like their name, and like next to them is like what they're charged for.
What am I charged for?
You're piracy, so probably,
okay.
probably like murder and theft, I imagine.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But possibly smuggling. Who knows? It's up to you. There's actually hang on.
I need to fill that bit out on mine.
There is a list of crimes.
I know thievery is one.
Well, basically, like there's if you want to randomly roll, if you want to totally randomly roll a character, there is a list of like life events that can happen to your character before you actually play the character. One of them is you were like either like accused, like falsely or not, of a crime, and you may or may not be punished for it. So crime: murder, theft, burglary, assault, smuggling, kidnapping, extortion, counterfeiting are some examples.
So all of them.
Yeah. Punishment ranges from you did not commit the crime and were exonerated after being accused. You committed the crime or helped do so, but nonetheless the authorities found you not guilty. You were nearly caught in the act. You had to flee and are wanted in the community where the crime occurred. You were caught and convicted. You spent time in jail, chained to an oar, or performing hard labour. You served a sentence of 1d4 years, or succeeded in escaping after that much time. So basically, like I think you're number 3, which is you were nearly caught in the act. You had to flee and are wanted in the community where the crime occurred. So in Ankh-Reeve and like the surrounding settlements, people know that you're a fucking like pirate bastard. But up here, they don't get any news. Like they're like opposite. They're almost in a different country. So it's like most people don't come up this far unless they've got a reason to, like you guys do. You don't just casually take a hike to Scotland. Yeah. So, what were you guys doing again?
We've just been greeted by the mayor.
Yes. Oh, sorry, I went off that whole time. 4 hours sleep, guys. Best yet. But yeah, no. So he comes out. He's kind of like he's wearing relatively plain clothes. He's just kind of wrapped up the wall. Yeah, and he's like, yeah. So we I'm surprised about the response. Actually, we were told that we might be waiting a few months, but have you been briefed? Do you know what's going on?
Have you been briefed?
Vaguely.
Okay.
You kind of know what's going on.
Okay, I just say vaguely.
Yeah. So people have been going missing at night. We've had guards patrolling, and we've no one's seen anything. There are people we've interviewed that have actually witnessed people. Like people have been leaving their homes of their own accord, and just walking off. And we don't know why. They seemed. We don't know. They seemed of one mind. They just left.
That's what I just said, by the way. I just said.
Okay.
Just amazed.
Yeah, he ignores you.
We're just both lucky and go back.
I get a bit. Being ignored.
Yeah. We sent out scouts to see if they'd gone to any of the surrounding forests or anything, but all we found were some weird tracks, like stuff that's not legitimate. We get theirs. We get like deer and stuff, but we don't. And occasionally wolves. We don't get whatever that was. Yeah. No, you probably want to talk to Captain Knox about that.
Okay. I wouldn't actually know that yet.
No, you would know that about Chris.
Well, between the characters, I would see him going off, and I'd just go, "Oh no,
Yeah.
something's gonna happen."
So we've got no chase, but they go to guard ranks.
No,
I feel away from that now.
You're walking over to us, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he also mentions like some of the more superstitious people in the town have been saying it's like from the sootworks, but we don't think so. Like that place has been abandoned for years.
Can I ask about the sootworks?
probably in his voice. But
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. The Sootworks. That's an abandoned. That's like a old coin. We not used. It's not been used in decades. Like that was shut down a while ago. People have a weird kind of feeling about it though. Like they think stuff lives down there, but we sent people in. There's no one in there.
Do you know about any metal animals that live in the forest?
Sentinels don't usually come this far.
Oh, we saw one last night.
Oh. Okay. I'll have to talk to Nock.
I repeat the noise that it made.
The wearing.
The wound.
Yeah, he nods. He's like, that's definitely a Sentinel.
A giant elk. Was it an elk or was it a deer?
It was an elk.
And there's an elk.
Well, it was an elk, but like, yeah, like it was a large, like, a large kind of like deer / elk like sized thing, not sized, shaped thing.
Yeah.
With big old apples. But yeah, basically like, yeah, it's like interesting. Yeah, like that. It doesn't sound like the tracks we found, but it's worth mentioning to the captain. But yeah, no, we were hoping you guys could come help investigate this kind of your job. Really, that's the thing. So
We'll go and get right to it.
Yeah, the barracks are like just over there. And yeah, he points to where Brooke came from previously. So yeah. Yeah, no, I'll be in the town hall if you need me. Or here, like.
Okay.
Let's make our way. Let's go.
But yeah.
Do I have like a mask or something that I can just, or some cloth that I can just pull over my face?
I think as a entrepreneur, you probably would have something like that. Yeah.
It's like as we're getting close, I'm just like pulling this up over my face. It's like just in case.
Like, you are a dragon man or dragon woman, I guess. So like you have your face is not like face shaped. It's kind of,
long, but
yeah,
it's like
long.
it's like a thick scarf or something to like.
You probably like having like a big hood helps, or like you probably have like something like that goes
like a scarf or something that's just like.
You're hiding your face, but you are a super rare gemstone dragon.
With bright pink eyes.
I think it's the eyes that are the problem, to be honest.
And it's like as we're getting closer, I'm just like this with my face, pulling this
Get
down.
sunglasses on.
They're not super bright. Like they don't glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Like that thing. You probably do have eye shine, like you know, if you like crocodiles and wolves, if you shine light into their eyes,
Yeah.
you probably have that. And probably so do you. But
I don't know.
other than that, I'm trying to find a picture of dragon ball.
I'll make a roll for you in the next action. Got an A.
So maybe that's why I thought it was a good idea to bring you along, because you can annoy them and distract them, so that I don't get wanted. They don't recognise me.
Yeah, like
So-
you just look suspicious with like being kind of like trying to be inconspicuous.
So, despite the fact that you're the only one who's actually wanted, me and Adam have both done things that, well, are probably
You should
sort
be
of
wanted.
illegal.
Punch me in the stomach and I...
Well, no, that's
Well, I
fine.
think it's because I know I'm wanted. I'm trying to, not draw attention.
He's nicked something and I've gone and called
He's
the
beating
captain
up
of
a
the guard
scarecrow
twice.
with a straw hat, and you just,
You decked me. I asked him the buttons. So probably not fine.
Probably not as much as me.
Do you mean
Yeah.
button crime?
This is kind of what like she looks like.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
So not. I was thinking
The
more.
eyes are glowing in this picture because like that dragonborn is using their powers to levitate a book.
Are they just, like, in general, not that uncommon? Just regular ones?
Regular dragonborn are like one of the more common races. They're,
Oh,
like, you don't see them as much in the areas you are. They settled. They have a main city like elsewhere, but you do see dragonborn like in some of the more like places. They're not like it's the kind of thing. It's like everyone knows about them. Like they're not rare, but at the same time, like, you don't see them.
right, okay.
And then there's me.
Yeah, which is zero. What about me? Am I
Goliaths are another one of the primes. So like they're similar kind of thing. You guys are much more common up around the mountain areas. Like this guy didn't like this sort of, like you're the kind of you're like you haven't seen any yet, but like you imagine there probably are some Goliaths living in town.
Right.
What's the main population of the settlement?
From what you've seen, it looks like it's mostly humans and dwarves. Probably way too close towards humans. You think there might be some Goliaths. There might be Kings, you don't know. You've not seen.
Any like half dwarf, half human?
I mean, like they're short. Half dwarf isn't a race because basically, like statistically speaking, if a human and a dwarf have a kid, that kid like either takes the stats of a dwarf or a human. Like they're not too different. Like they might have like more facial hair than you, but like other than that, it's not really much.
Heavy baby. That's how you know. There you go.
Right. So what next then?
If a child is a hairy baby, that's how you know.
What's happening next?
Well, we're going towards the army barracks. Guard barracks.
Yeah, it's not an army barracks.
I said army barracks.
Right, are you with us yet?
Well, he was at you, like he was supposed to be there.
We met. I imagine we meet on the way.
Okay.
If you were a dragon, this is what you would look like.
Right. So let's say that we've met up along the way then, and we're heading back towards the army barracks, the Rosens.
The guard barracks. But it's essentially the equivalent of the police station.
Right. Okay.
Him saying army barracks messed me up.
Yeah.
It's messing me up.
It's only a barracks because like they hang out there when they're like on the job, but not actually like doing a patrol.
Right. So you go in there then.
Yeah. Right.
Why are we going there?
The Reef told you.
Look,
to
no,
go
didn't
for.
tell him.
Well, no, he was with you and the Reef was talking to you.
Oh.
He met up. Like he heard you guys fucking about and swearing in the town.
Oh, okay. Well, you actually caught.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No,
Wait, so we're going back to this place the first time I've called the man in charge there a twat, right?
Yes.
Okay, good, right, okay, so let's get going then.
You stay outside.
Yeah, you stay outside.
Make an insight check real quick.
Right.
13. 15 plus 2.
Okay. You reckon that like that look was like I'm too busy to be fucked to deal with you.
Yes.
What you're about to ask him about is probably what he was busy with.
Ah. Good.
Okay. Right, so we're all there with him, are we?
I'll ask him, don't worry, I'll take the hit too.
Yeah. Yeah. So you go in. You see the same thing that like this kind of room. There's like mostly tables and chairs with like a poster, like not a poster, like the wall basically like that's like where they keep track of like criminals basically. When they're not like that's like these are people we don't looking for.
Well, my eyes dart to it and I start scanning, trying to find me.
Yeah, you don't actually find any dragonborn.
Yay!
Can we look at the board and see what criminals there actually are? Anyone of notoriety?
None you've heard of before. But yeah, you do see there's one that like it's like quite like a doughy-eyed like kid, like just a guy, like just like maybe like pretty young, like not like kid, but like young adult. And they're like it's like wanted on suspicion of murder. Like the officer's impression is like kind of like it looks like something like this kid's like probably from the town. Like someone they knew, but kind of like probably like around 17. Like
Let's keep an eye out for him then. There may be a reward.
yeah, again, there's no rewards in this, but this is like this is all,
No, they may give us one if we drag the kid to them.
Yeah. Especially attempted murder, I say.
It's a serious crime.
Suspicion. Exactly.
it wasn't attempted, it happened. They don't know if it's something.
Oh, I see.
What happens?
Right. So,
Okay.
But we could still
do you go and knock on the door again?
no, I walk through it again.
Oh my god! You try and walk through it again. You realise the door doesn't open that way again. And have to open it. Yeah, and this time, this time he's got up by the time you enter the room. And he's like, right, I told you, what are you doing here? I'm busy with shit. If you're wasting police time, I will arrest you. And once he sees you two, like, what is it with you guys? What are you here for?
We're here about your problem of people missing.
Right. He gives you a very pointed look. But yeah, no, come with me. And he kind of like ushers you into his office, which isn't very good. Like, it's basically like.
Not with him.
No, he's like. Yeah, your head raises the ceiling. Like, the room is probably like. Yeah, you probably have to like lean down. It's the room is like a regular room size. It's like 7.5 foot tall room, maybe at max. Like, it's not a very high room. This guy's probably about 6 foot. But yeah, no, like, yeah. Also, like, any doors that aren't like Goliath size, you have to duck under them, by the way. Otherwise, you bang your head on. That's also good.
So you tried to break through a door.
He's trying to walk into a door. Probably the reason why it didn't work because he's fucking headbutted the door frame.
Every time he goes through a door, he has to make an insight check before he gets his head.
Okay, it's fine.
Oh, you gonna see if I was about to injure myself.
Well, I was going to check if you fucking smash your head on the door frame. Yeah, no, like you see, like the paperwork that he was kind of like pouring over the floor is this kind of like basically like written up versions of like from his notebook. You see like little like sheets of paper, like hastily like shorthand versions of like people's accounts of what's happening. So you want to read then? You know what's going on?
Yes, as I just like pick one off the desk and just start reading it.
It's in shorthand, so like you can decipher bits of it, but it's like it's probably designed like he writes it down quickly so he can read it back, not so that other people. But yeah, so he's kind of he takes it back from you, puts it back on the desk. But yeah, no, like he's like, all right, so you know people are going missing. You know, we need to figure out why soon because it's more and more people are going, and we don't know why. Some people we've had like wives throw the husbands out of the house and they walk into the fields down the buckets. Like people walk down the mountain, and we don't know what's going on. The weird animal tracks that we found is like we've not seen it. We don't have any we don't have anyone that identify what that was. And we're not about to ask that.
Was it a giant elk by any chance?
No, we don't. There's elk around, but it wasn't.
A giant metal elk?
Can I make the noise again?
It's like, that's a sensitive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that wasn't that.
Well, there's one going around.
Good to know. But he makes a note.
Can we call him the tar again?
You can do.
I'd recommend not. Don't do it.
Ignore him.
But yeah, you know, like, yeah, he basically he kind of pulls out from a desk this kind of like really like scrappily put together like map of the town, like kind of like very like like where certain buildings are, not every building, like where the like town hall is, where the watchers towers are, silhouettes of buckets.
I just put in the map and say Wix.
In Wick's voice.
Yeah. Well, this is good because I've got the guard captain's voice. So got to say various amount of things. Oh, I'm gonna have to bring a notepad next time so I can write down. Okay.
That is the reason why you'd have that.
So I can write down stuff that NPCs are saying.
Well, actually, yeah. If you post the audio file, you might be able to trawl through that and find some voice lines.
I like that.
So he's like, people mostly going missing from this side of the town, but there's nothing we can find around there that could be causing. It's obvious something's going around at night, but our guards haven't found it. There seems to be whatever it is, they just slip past the patrol.
Who were the first people to go missing?
He basically, I'm not good at coming up with names of the spot, but he basically they're just townspeople. Like a couple people that live on right on the outskirts of town, like the furthest reaches of the steppe.
Jeremy Brigham and Sarah Barkley.
No, that's the kind of names you probably get further down south. Up here, the naming conventions are a bit more kind of Celtic, Norse direction.
Gin.
Yeah, so it's Knox, by the way, and a shake hand.
I just stand there silently.
I just say what.
We're gonna make an insight check. He gets that. There's a 50-50 chance when you say that, people you think you're threatening them or introducing yourself. It's the sound of someone being punched. So it's like.
Oh yeah. Well, does he understand it's my name?
Yeah, that was what I was saying.
How does he say it? How does he reply?
He said, "Alright." He kind of makes the noise, but
I like how he just doesn't introduce himself to
he doesn't even look at that group. He's totally ignoring it. But the best chances to go out with my guards tonight, and we'll see what's going on. Unless you got any better ideas.
Have I called him a twat twice?
Yes. I'm just like, as soon as you open your mouth, I'm just going to try and push you out the door.
Just throw him into the lake.
I am going to call him a dickhead.
Nice.
Would you know that word from being? Yeah, I suppose you would.
Well, you say it.
Oh yeah, who knows?
He's just ignoring me at this point. He's like you're not even interesting to him. He doesn't give a shit.
He's focusing on the one that's wanted.
I have a question.
What?
Can I attempt to murder him?
Can you what?
Can I murder him?
You can try. Are you making an attack roll against him?
This is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
No,
It's a quest giver.
Is it a terrible idea?
And if you do, I'm not going to help you. I'm just going to stand there.
I'd rather you not, because it's giving us a quest. It's giving us something to do.
Also, bear in mind that this guy is helping you out with your end goal, which is completing the mission and getting to Delta and getting paid.
Yeah, don't kill the guy that's paying us.
They say if the NPC has a name, don't kill him. Okay.
I mean, most of the NPCs have names.
Okay, if the NPC has an interesting name, don't kill them.
The NPC is talking to
John.
us, giving us a quest. Don't kill. What's the name of the dwarf lady?
You didn't ask me.
You just started swearing at her.
Right. Okay. Actually, I'm not going to attempt to murder the man who's potentially going to help us out. However, the dwarf lady, can I kill her?
I mean, you're in the gas station.
You're in the car.
Right,
Stop trying to kill people.
Actually, no, I'm not meant to kill innocent people. It's not. Yeah,
evil.
this is not my character. No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Also,
Find the 17-year-old kid that's on suspicion of murder. Kill him.
Yes, right, I'll kill him.
Kill people against the law.
Just look at that thing and just look at her name.
Yeah.
And it's like, that one.
Yeah, you're lawful evil, so you should be on the side.
The law.
yeah, lawful. You're not opposed to the law, in that you respect that they follow a code, but you're also like, well, like they're doing it for moral reasons. I don't really care about their morals. Like, you respect the fact that they like have a strict justice system, but you don't give a shit why. Really, you're like, okay, well,
It's just they're doing their duty.
yeah, and you respect that. Like, that won't stop you from like attacking them if they try and apprehend you. But like, this kind of thing is like, you're not like, oh, fuck the police.
I can't report a crime.
You try.
Well, I haven't done. Oh, do you mean?
Quite a big crime.
Oh, what was in like breaking your ribs?
Smacking me on the head, yeah.
Well, you didn't break his ribs. If you roll badly with injury,
I won't report. If you threaten to kill anyone, then I will.
Right. So yeah.
Thank
right.
you.
So are we gonna go out then? No.
Yes.
To the place.
what is more?
Oh, wait, yeah, we're waiting to. Well, no, it's a tavern.
Yes.
I was just going to suggest that we at least get a room.
If you ask him, yeah, no, you want to go to the two.
I just say tavern in the sensei voice.
Okay, here. Like he,
Where's the tavern? Could I have a tavern, please? I just want a real drink.
I just imagine him trying to do that basically beak. Like,
You would have to.
no, but still. Yeah, no, like he's like, oh, you want to go to the two? And you're probably waiting until Nightfall Friday happens on.
So I'm taken back by the drunken device that came out.
But yeah, no, like, yeah, that's like the so like he explains like the tooth, it's called Giant's Tooth, yeah, is yeah, it's like it's basically like it's a lump of rock with a tavern carved out. You can't miss it. Yeah, that's the if you're looking for somewhere for rooms, that's the name. So
Okay.
place to stay. It's not a very big village. There's like not very many. Like, there's not much. But that is like the place to be if you want to talk to people or get a room. So
But I sprint over.
you should run out the. King, you're actually surprisingly fast for like you're technically medium, so you're not actually that small. You're a midget for a Kenku.
Yeah.
Like Kenku aren't usually that small.
I just like the idea of this like tiny bird running out of the guard tower.
So we're at the tavern then.
You guys
You can be.
I'm man.
I just turn and just walk out.
Yeah. No, like he basically calls after you. All right, I'll see you at sundown then. And yeah, he gets back to his work.
Can I
Right.
have all these because I ran, so I got that first time actually.
Sure.
Can I do perception check?
What are you looking for?
Just some drink.
I mean,
It's a free drink that was just on a table.
That's on the table.
You just got to drink some random person's beer.
Are you looking for some like any drink or like an
Well,
abandoned one?
Abandoned ones.
You don't find them.
I go up to the bar.
Alright. Yeah, so the barkeep is this quite flamboyantly dressed tiefling man. So like red skin, like big curly horns. Kind of like he's got like a waistcoat and like a frilly shirt.
I do want to point out that it's 48 minutes.
Full of main course.
Oh yeah, no, if you need to go, like you can do that now. But like, yeah, we can stop here if you want.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
We'll adventure with the tavern next time.
I know what I'm going to do at the tavern already. I'm going to ask about the 17-year-old kid.
Okay.
You're not going to kill the tavern.
No, I'm just going to murder the child.
Okay, we've agreed on that then. Okay.
Sure, right.
Yeah, bear in mind the poster like said like for the benefit of the guards, like they were like, we should catch this guy, specifically not kill him because we need to question him.
I'm going to bring back his head.
Okay, it's suspicion of murder. If you murder him, you're now a murderer.
As if they couldn't have already guessed that.
It's like they have a code, but you don't understand how it works.
So
No, it's just because, like, well, it's kind of
more.
more of a test, right? If he decides to stand and fight, I'll let him live. If he runs away, I'll cut his head off.